Your boy Z here. Do it to life before life. Do it to you. Do it to 2021. A whole year of breast cancer awareness and personal growth. The day is Wednesday. And you know what we do on Wednesdays? Well, what I do on Wednesdays is the S of the Ask method. No, this whole thing comes from Matthew chapter 7. Asking it is given, seeking you shall find, knocking the door will be open, and that is an acronym. And that acronym was asked. I said, man, I definitely got to do that, right? So on Mondays I ask questions. On Wednesdays I'm seeking the answers, looking for clues. I'm on the scent. And Fridays I am knocking, meaning that I am implementing and facing my fears on Friday. Faces of fear on Friday. So today is Wednesday. So we're once we get on the scent, seeking means that we don't get off the scent. Whatever path you're on, whatever ideas come up from your asking, they're gonna come up, and then on Wednesdays, that's when I start seeking out these ideas. One thing I wanted to point out to you too, one of the things I want to do is just bring not only awareness to breast cancer, but I want to raise money. I want to raise $1 million, right? So I was gonna do that through merchandising and fundraising and stuff like that, right? I was just thinking about merchandising is what I was just doing, but being on this path, other things have started to make themselves aware. I'm able to see it because one of the things from Your Word is Your One, it says that we come into this world finance with all that we need by God. Everything is already on our path. And so that's what I'm saying. The path that I'm on, the resources are already there. But as I continue this journey, this is day 52. At day 45, I wasn't at the checkpoint where this care package was. I had to get to day 52 because I'm thinking that every single day is another leg in that journey, and around every bend and every crook and every corner, I'm going to find additional resources that's going to get me closer and closer to hitting that goal, right? Also, it's a double fold thing, right? Because also I'm gonna get my son. My son is an artist, so we want to get some recognition on him as well too. So we're gonna get him to do. My idea is that he's gonna do a big breast cancer type collection, maybe, and then all the net proceeds from that will go to cancer charities. Um, so I want him to get on board with that, and then some other things gonna pop up. Where I have some other clients of mine that have been doing fundraising for a long period of time. And once we get enough steam, I know I'll be able to partner with them as well, partner with you. But I am gonna set this thing up. This thing was on. It was on Susan B. Komen. I got to check it out. I glanced at it, and it was a fundraising thing. I got to go back and see how that's all set up. So any donation stuff, instead of me just trying to do it through merchandising, anything else that kind of pops up, you would donate and know that your donations go straight to the charity. And that's the most important thing. But anyway, that was one of the things from the seeking. Staying on the path, still asking those questions, still trying to get those answers, other answers that came up from me seeking. And that's just turning over every single stone. I know we got to start watching our words, but how often do we go in and really study the craft or the wordage or the affirmations, how to tweak that? I know Monday we talked about the one thing. I listened to the One Thing podcast on Monday. One thing that I got to go ahead and institute, whatever comes to me, everything that comes to me is not for me. It may be for somebody else. Through the act of me seeking, see, that's the beauty of it. Just the act of me seeking, so many people are connected to me that you have these byproducts. These byproducts are coming off just from the action of doing that type of work. You know what I'm saying? Just like me exercising, then it's going by build. See what I'm doing for this next 365 days. You know, it's so many. It's deeper than that. I'm laying some roots, some foundations. Because if I can keep this up for 365 days, I know that I have built the muscles up that I need. That I can transpose this habit making machine into anything that I want. Now I understand, that they're saying the one thing that you're only 5 years away from being wherever you want to be, that a man doesn't choose his future, he chooses his habits, and his habits choose his future. So I'm choosing future habits now that I'm going ahead and building that habit, building muscle up. That it's not a chore for me to go 50 days on a project exercising. I did one project earlier this year. I did 66 days on nothing but pull-ups, and I set the bar at 5. That every day that I would do pull-ups every single day for 66 days. Get on the treadmill. My next challenge, I'm gonna start that up. I did it for the first half of the year. I'm gonna go ahead and creep it back in as getting back on my cardio every single day. Every single day for the next 66 days. We'll probably pop that off. Man, I may go ahead and just start that today, right? Because once we get that muscle built up and it's seeking and finding more resources, more people are revealing themselves to it. There was a lady that I listened to, and I always say eat the fish, spit out the bones. Guess what? We're gonna merchandise that as well too. All those proceeds gonna go to cancer research as well. But check this out. It said that once you, it's all about, it's vibrations. I think I understand that, and I understand that you're on different levels of thought because I experienced it once before. As I get in a certain mind frame, other ideas, other avenues, other people become aware. I know sometimes, people be like, yeah, they act like they don't even see us. They don't see. In actuality, they can't. They can't see you. They see you physically, but it's not registering in them because the frequency is not the same. It's just like a radio station. I mean, all these radio waves have been. It's no coincidence. All these radio waves have been transmitted around us at all times, but we have to be tuned in to a specific frequency in order to receive the benefits of that station. I think it's the same way with the thoughts. I believe that. I believe that. And just by us doing certain things and not doing other things, it's gonna make. See, right now, the way she said it was, when you're in the valley, all you can see is hills and mountains and stuff all around you. But once you get to the mountaintop, then you can see to the next mountaintop. Because things aren't available to you. I can't even access those things that's on that next level. Because once I get to that next level, that's coming from that seeking. See, I'm on the personal growth thing. I want to go ahead and just plug in some things that should be, like it said in the Bible, God is no respecter of person. We're on the same planet. We're in one of the greatest countries. I'm gonna say one of the greatest countries in the world. We had a freedom of choice that we can, and we should be able to use that. There are no excuses, right? No excuses. It's all in here. It's all us. And so, since I can't erase 20 or 30 or 40 years, 50 years of social conditioning, and what they say in their four agreements of human domestication, then I have to adopt new agreements, new rules, give myself permission to let the old rules go by. Bye bye is what I mean. Let the old rules get out of here, adopting new rules, making new habits to overpower and to keep the old habits in check. Because the old habits really don't go nowhere. I know people saying I'm going to break the habit, but they really, I think it's just the quickest way is just build a bigger, stronger habit. A stronger habit. We talked about the other day, if this habit right here uses fire, then this new habit I build got to be fireproof. It's got to have some type of fire extinguishing properties, but also be fireproof so that it don't get burned, it don't get damaged. This other habit back here uses water, then this new habit that I'm building has to be waterproof. Then I'm going to seek down that path on how to build a waterproof habit, how to build a fireproof habit. It's already been done. It's in a cycle. So once I find it, once it becomes aware to me, and keep in mind now, I know people say, hey, yeah, try this, try that, try that. I understand one thing is that even though the ingredients are the same, it's all about the recipe. And this is my recipe. You've heard all this before, but this is my recipe. These are the three books I'm using. I'm using the Bible, I'm using the one thing, and then I'm also using the four agreements. This is my recipe. But the ingredients are the same. They're the same basic ingredients that's been handed down since the Bible. The same ingredients now, and the four agreements were in the Bible 2,000 years ago. They're the same ingredients that all your self help stuff. The same ingredients. It's the only difference is that I understand it's a different recipe. You may like yours with a little more salt. I may like mine with a little more spice. I may not be able to. I may not like that. It's the same basic cake, but the amounts and stuff is different. I like cakes, so I always look at cakes when I think about those ingredients. Same basic ingredients. All the ingredients can be exactly the same, but it's the amounts and the sequence. Like Tony Robbins said, the submodalities. It's always a recipe in there when people are doing something. Even when they do it unconscious, it's their own recipe. You just got to get it out of them and write it down. But anyway, I just want to drop that on. Keep seeking, keep turning over stones, keep asking those questions. I woke up this morning asking those same questions. You know, how can I move to the next level? What's the next piece of the puzzle? Who do I need to talk to? Who do I need to help? What's the next thing that I should do? What should I cut out? Good question. Instead of adding, it's subtracting. We already know that the one thing is about subtraction. And that's what makes some of these habits so tough is that we scared to subtract. We scared to stop doing some things. We're scared to cut off some stuff. So remember what I found out is that whenever I'm dragging my feet, whenever you're dragging your feet, that means it's a level of fear, and then that's where you dig and you ask yourself, what am I afraid of? And your ego say, I'm not afraid of nothing. Don't say I'm afraid of anything. Then you ask it again, hey, I know that I must be afraid of something because I'm not doing it, and my spirit wants to do it. The spirit wants to do it, your mind and your body don't want to do it, and you warring against yourself, but you know that's the right thing to do, but something is stopping it. I talked to a lady the other day, another part of me, right? Gave her a book, asked her to read the book. Oh, I'm gonna read the book. Made big claims. We always make big claims. It never happened. Broke it down to the smallest, minute particle. But she wanted to lose weight. A lot of women want to lose weight. A lot of men want to lose weight. But guess what? What about the equipment? Oh, I need to get some other equipment. I got some equipment. Why don't you get on there? One thing she said, right? I want to get rid of this gut, so all I'm gonna do is sit-ups. Logical. Everybody thinks that way. But the logical thing to do is just go in there and work that cardio. You gotta burn more calories. You gotta work up a sweat, and then you gotta eat less. But doing the sit-ups, I say, why don't you get on the treadmill? Well, if I get on the treadmill, just make my thighs bigger. I say, okay, well, you gotta stay on it because eventually those big thighs gonna make the stomach smaller. Would you rather go ahead and get a little bit bigger thighs and then your stomach go ahead and get small, or would you rather keep the small thighs in the big stomach? But I know it's excuses. She know when I mention that to her, we just bringing awareness to the excuses that we've been living with and making up of why we ain't doing something. Oh, I'm too tired. I do it in the morning. I do it in a few minutes. I do it. Same thing. My wife, she just purchased some waist trainers or something like that. I mentioned, but I'm trying to work now. I'm asking myself, I'm putting it out there, how can I get her on the bandwagon? And I think the easiest way to do that is by keeping that calendar up very subtly. I know she's watching, looking for results. But if I could, she don't like to get on the treadmill. Hey, I think it's boring. It's just getting on that treadmill just so boring. I like to be outside. I'd rather be outside. So if it's too cold, you can't go outside. What are you gonna do? Nothing. Try all the other things. All the other things it just don't work. We got the Thigh Master. She got the Thigh Master. Thigh Master's not gonna get that off there. I know they sell that, and inwardly I think you know that it's not gonna do that, but you do it anyway, right? Inwardly you know you've already had it, right? So, and I see that in myself. It's areas in myself just like that. Man, I need to buy that other piece of software, that other piece of equipment. I need to get that, and that will put me where I need to be. When actually all I gotta do is just do the grunt work. I gotta do the grunt work. And a lot of that grunt work is pure writing, just writing down a plan, just putting pen to paper. That's a lot of grunt work. Something in there that holds that. Just me thinking about it right now. Oh, honey child, right? Think about it right now. Sometimes I just go in there and I just write stuff up there, right? But no matter how small it is, put it down. Or I do a brainstorm. I hadn't been back and revisited my plans. I got to go back there and revisit. And that's what the one thing I'm supposed to do with my 411. I got to fill that out so I can have a relationship with my long-term goals. And it's your boy ObZ here. Do it to life for life. Do it to you. Do it to 2021. A whole year of breast cancer awareness and personal growth. I hope you guys are with me. Get your challenge calendar. Go ahead and start. Start today. Making the small X's. I got my guy at work. I asked him the other day. I said, man, did you at least drive in the parking lot of a gym? He said, oh, man, I forgot. See, man, that's what I'm telling you. You hadn't made the commitment. No matter how small it is, it's a small commitment. I said you could drive in the parking lot of any gym on your way home. Because he want to lose weight, right? You want to lose weight. But I already told him something deeper than that. I said, man, you need to probably just go see a psychologist, a shrink, because there's something else going on right there. That's pretty small, but there's something else going on right there. Even when you got teamwork, something else going on. And sometimes it is, and sometimes that's the best cause, too. Asking those questions to get you those answers. Well, this your boy ObZ. I'm out. Do it to life. Do it to 2021. A whole year of breast cancer awareness, personal growth. Look at that tree back there. You see it? You see it? That's a representation of me, right? That's me. I know it's changing. It's all changing. Man, when the spring come around, what your boy gonna be like?